Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the post-match press conference for the game between South Africa and Malawi. I'm joined by Malawi coach Lamo Fazili. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you just tell us your thoughts about today's game?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very happy with the results because whatever happened today is what we planned from when we were in Malawi and we came here. 2 days we trained. We tried to to do some final touches, and my players have done exactly what we instructed to do. So we're very happy with the results. Very, very happy because we have beaten the host. So yes, I'm happy with the performance.
Okay. I open the questions to you. Please kindly tell us your name and the media house you are representing. Okay.
Okay, my name is Larry from ZBC News, from Coach. How important is it to start off the tournament on a positive note and also beating one of the big teams in the tournament?
Yeah, true. It's very important to us because winning the first game and beating a big team like South Africa, I think it has given us confidence that when meeting our second game, I think we have very confident to meet or to play those teams coming ahead of us, and it will definitely give us an upper hand considering goals we have been scored today. So we are confident that the game which we're going to play, our second game, we're going to do better again.
Okay.
Coach, in 1, 4, 3.
Your name?
Oh, sorry. Peter from Malawi. Coach, in 1, 4, 3. What comes to your mind looking at the scoreline and you said what the scoreline? Is it something that you anticipated?
We expected to have more goals, considering 2 friendly matches which we played in Malawi. We played Seychelles. Yes, the goals were huge. We scored 17 goals in the first match, and the second match as well, 17 goals. So it's not surprising to have scored 4 goals today. It actually translates from the testing matches we played at home. So yes, we are ready for today's performance anyway.
Congratulations, Coach, on your way today to COSAFA TV. Coach, yes, you won the match, but having conceded that match with South Africa, almost stealing 8 points from you, and perhaps it could have even been 8. What are your concerns over that?
Yeah, actually, my players, I think when we came in the second half, I think they started relaxing. They thought the game was over, and it's when we started conceding those goals. And yes, it's something that I have to take to the clinic. I have to remind them when we're winning, the game is over when it's 90 minutes. So we talk, we discuss with the players that when you're winning, we're supposed to not to concede goals the way we have done, because if we have won maybe 4-0 or 4-1, it was going to be better for us. But all in all, a win is a win. What is important is the 3 points. What are the 3 points? The goals we consider it doesn't matter for us. What is important is the 3 points.
Okay, Coach, with this tournament coming yearly, how important is it in terms of preparing for other big events such as the AFCON and the Olympic qualification?
Yeah, good for our friends who are going to participate in those 2 tournaments. Unfortunately, Malawi is not participating, but it's good for our friends. It's training them that they will see the capabilities of their players, how are going to perform out of this tournament. So it's good for them, wishing them the best that they can do when they're going to AFCON or Olympics. I think they will go up when their team are already prepared.
Any more questions? Thanks for your time, Coach, and good luck in your upcoming games.
Thank you very much.
We're now joined by South Africa, our coach, Desiree Ellis. Good luck and your thoughts about today's game.
Look, we came into this game, we hadn't had a session together. But I also said in the beginning that a lot of the players have played with each other at some time, against each other at some time. And all we said to the players was, look, here's your opportunity, to show us who needs to go with us. We only had one player here that went to the World Cup, and that is the third choice goalkeeper, was the captain. Some of the players we brought in had first caps, and I thought we did really well. The mistakes that we made, obviously, they punished us. I don't think they really worked hard for any goal, except for maybe the fourth one, but I thought we could have still dealt with it better. I said to the players, at this level, if you make a mistake, they will punish you, and we did. But the spirit of this team, I think when you look at the players that went to the World Cup, I think they've gained that spirit of never say die attitude of not giving up. And the way we moved the ball around was really good, because that is our strength. We knew they were going to play the long ball. We just sometimes at times failed to deal with it. I thought we had a lot of control in the game. We had the chances too. It could so easily have been a different score. But we need to be better defending. We said if we don't concede, we're always going to create. And we created chances. One-on-ones with the keeper and finished. So really proud of the team. If you consider the challenges we had leading up to this, we still had players that didn't arrive in time for the game. So we will be stronger. We have to make sure that we win our next two games really well to give us an opportunity to go through to the next round.
Please tell us your media house and your name when you pose the question to the coach. Okay, ladies first. Yes.
Coach, hard luck with the result, but definitely a spirited performance from the players, and up against a really strong Malawian side as well. But also generally, this group is going to be an interesting one, looking at also the first match where Eswatini had to come back. Are you still giving yourself a shot at going through in this group here?
Look, most definitely. On this performance, you can only get better. On this performance, with more players coming in, you are going to get better. The players will take a lot of confidence out of this. I think it will give us a lot of momentum, even though we lost. The way we played, being 4-1 down, we almost stole it at the end, as you said. And it's a very spirited performance, and I think that gives you a lot of hope and a lot of confidence. We will go back, obviously, look at what we can do better. Go back, look at the footage of the opponents and see how we can plan. Because it's 2 must-win games, and 2 must-win games possibly with scoring a lot of goals. But it's all about playing, and the goals will come out of its own. But we have to make sure that we win the next 2 games to give us an opportunity to go through. As I said, we watched the first game, and Malawi, I think, is strong enough to win the next 2 games as well. We have to make sure that we win the games. But I just applaud the players for the attitude. I applaud the players for their commitment. I think the back line is the first time everyone plays together in any position. So for me, that connection was there. It was there, and can only get better.
Okay.
Hello, Coach Peter from Malawi. I know as a coaches you avoid mentioning particular players, but in terms of building the next generation of players, any particular players that you think can step up to the plate to in future replace the big stars of Banyana in this game?
Look, we had a couple of 20-year-olds here today. A couple of 20-year-olds playing, and I thought, everybody. There's no one person that you can say didn't play well. I think we always pride ourselves on teamwork, because the team always comes first. If the team does well, the team plays well, you see there's certain individuals standing out. We've had a few players that have been to some of our camps. That's what we do all the time, bring them to the camps, because we also have to make the group bigger. A lot of players were not available, even withdrawals this morning, So it gives us a lot of confidence to say that, when certain players are not available, we won't hesitate to give these players opportunities because they have raised their hands and they have shown. I think that was a very spirited performance. I think when you look at the players that was on the park, they came in and the attitude and everything else. We, had a little meeting this morning and that was it. We didn't go into as much detail as we normally do, But I think the understanding that they did and the willingness to play for each other, the willingness to come here and perform, because we know the crowd is here, so you have to play well for them. And I think the support they got from the crowd was fantastic. So thank you to the crowd as well. We hope they can come in more numbers because this team can only get better.
Okay, Larry from Zimbabwe. Coach, obviously with the team selection, it shows that the goal is on development. And if I'm correct, this is sort of the tournament that I've always used to try and groom the future Banyana. So how important has this tournament been in terms of your preparations for other big tournaments?
I think it's very important. I remember us going to 2080 WAFCON and played the COSAFA Cup in Gqeberha, and we had Cameroon there, and it was good preparation for us. You know, we qualified for the World Cup. We've used players here that have gone on to play abroad. Many of the players that have played at the World Cup have come through this, and this is the first opportunity you get to play international football. This is the first opportunity for players to show us if they can step up, because if you struggle to play at the COSAFA, you know, we need to have another look at you. But those that really put up the performances, it says to us that they're ready for the next level. I mean, we've picked up a lot of injuries at the World Cup, and there's players that played here that we won't hesitate, you know, to move forward, because we have to make sure that we also refresh the squad. It's not just about now, but it's also about 2027, whether we win the bid or not. So we are already getting players ready. We had 22-year-olds at the World Cup. We had 20-year-olds at the World Cup. We had 23-year-olds at the World Cup. Some of them going for the second time. So that is the plan. Yes, of course you want to win the tournament. We could have brought, you know, practically half of the World Cup squad here. But then what are we going to gain? You most probably win the tournament, but you're not going to gain anything. The experience that these players have gained is invaluable. And I can assure you that you will see better performances, even though the period is short in between. But they will take heart of the way they performed. They will take heart of the way they played. And they will take heart of that they've come up against a good side. But the good side, Malawi, will know that they were in a game.
Could perhaps you answer this question?
You didn't tell us your name.
Sorry, maybe you answered this question when you started, but I want to understand what do you think actually went wrong tactically to end up conceding 4 goals?
I think a lot is to do with communication, because one of the balls went over the top. There was no pressure. A mistake, a goal. The next one that goes over the top, 2 players going for the same ball. So because they haven't really played together, I think that can be better. Lots of communication can be better, because when you've played together for a long time, you know what the next person is going to do. So many of them have played now together for the first time. This you can almost call, for a lack of a better word, a first training session, even though it was a game. So you're going to get that little bit of disjointment here and there, but at other times it looked as if they played together forever. So that can only get better. Being able to connect, being able to understand what the next person does, it does take time. And unfortunately, we didn't have that time. But we tried to, in a team meeting, explain, because some have played together before, either at club level or at junior level. So we tried to explain that, but I just think that, you know, if we defended in certain moments, because all the goals they scored was errors, you know. Certain moments, maybe the scoreline would have been different. But that's how football is. You make a mistake and they punish you, and we've got to be better at that.
Do you have any questions? Okay, Coach, thanks for your time and good luck in your next upcoming games.
Thank you.